Hi guys, hi. This is All in Ecoline Lifestyle. Hi. I hope you guys have had a great day today. And I hope you guys are in good standing health wise, spirit wise, emotional wise, mental wise. We can do it. Yes, we can. Okay. I'm just getting over or fighting a cold or the flu, something, guys. But I'm not gonna put a claim on it. I'm just gonna take everything extra that I need to take to fight off the germs. And that I have been. I've been taking Alka-Seltzer Plus. That's usually a good thing for me, airborne. And I think it's called Compare, but it's a lavender, all natural elderberry cold and flu pill. Okay, it comes in a purple and white box, and I usually get it from my local corner Walgreens or local corner CVS. But guys, listen, I wanted to share with you really quickly. Um, there is a government shutdown, TSA. So this will be a great time, guys, if you have credentials to apply, and then maybe perhaps you can get in like pronto, like speedily. If I were you, I would do it. If you have credentials, go online to USAA. That's where all the government jobs are. If you didn't know, or USA.gov, pardon me, and apply for it. This will be a great time to do it because they had 37.2% to call out on yesterday. So, and it's holding up the airlines. So maybe they will grab you a temp agent, a contract as a contractor, something like that. So let's just see what he has to say shortly, okay? Let's begin.
Land Security, TSA, so very impacted. A live look right now there in Georgia, Jackson, Hartsfield Airport, one of the busiest in the country.
Okay, this is in Atlanta, Georgia, Hartsfield.
Delays and cancellations, weather not helping anyone with different severe weather threats moving across the country. Let's be joined right now on the ground in Atlanta by Fox 5's Tyler Fingers. Tyler, thank you so much for joining us. I can imagine there are some frustrated travelers that they get delayed or canceled. What can you tell us about kind of the status there in Atlanta?
Yeah, Andy, good to be with you this afternoon. I mean, it was a 1-2 punch today. The severe storms moving through this morning, and then obviously the staffing struggles with the TSA. They actually had to close one of the checkpoints today. While weather was kind of problematic today, the real choke point here at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport has been the TSA checkpoints. Things are better now, but at one point, the wait to get through security was 2.5 hours.
Okay, I'll pause it there. Did you hear that, guys? I know a lot of you guys are traveling back from spring break, and I hope that you're not traveling to spring break at this point, guys, because you see what's going on, and make sure you're checking your travel advisory and your flight canceled log to see if your flight has been canceled. I know a lot of times you won't know until you're actually at the airport, but just do your due diligence, pardon me, guys, and to assure a comfortable as possible safe trip, because dealing with the airports is it's not a fun thing, and especially in situations like this with the staffing, and it's worldwide being off schedule. Okay, let's continue.
A stormy start to the work week led to hundreds of cancellations and delays at Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport Monday. But while weather was part of the problem,
I mean, it's Atlanta. We're busy.
travelers were greeted by long lines at security before they could even get to their plane.
Because I heard about the partial TSA shutdown, so I just tried to get here as early as possible.
She looks like
They said
Tiffany
2 hour
Haddish.
wait, so I wanted to get ahead of it.
At one point, wait times at ATL's main TSA checkpoint climbed to more than 2 hours. The union that represents TSA officers blames the lines on staffing struggles a month into the partial government.
Guys, the checkpoints are always the kind of like worst, but seemingly whenever I fly, I get through them like really, really quickly. The only thing I have a problem with, guys, I shouldn't tell you guys this, but I am. I do not like taking off my shoes with my clean socks. And if you guys know, if you've been with me all in Ecoline Lifestyle from day one, I'm a sock chick, SOCK. So when I'm flying, I usually have on all white Nike or Adidas or whatever, Prada socks. And I don't like stepping on the airplane floor like that because of the germs. I'm germophobic. So that's the only thing I don't like. And you know, well, I shouldn't say this. Anyway, let's continue.
Government shutdown. It says TSA officers have now missed two
Yeah, that
paychecks.
part right
Officers are pissed
there.
off. And we're not just talking about here in Atlanta, we're talking about nationwide.
This is now the second time TSA
Well, don't be
officers have
pissed
worked
off.
without pay in less
Just
than
have
6 months.
patience.
Aaron Barker works for the TSA in Atlanta and is the president of their union. He says screeners are struggling, so some are forced to call out. Monday, there was a food distribution at the airport to help the TSA officers who are working without pay.
Many are coping with eviction notices, vehicle repossessions, empty refrigerators, and overdrawn bank accounts.
The staffing shortage was so severe Monday, the lowered
You know what, guys? I'm gonna stop it right there because a lot of times when situations happen like this, I'm only speaking for myself and for experience. A lot of employees kind of take advantage of it, and you know, you're gonna get your money. I'm not gonna say too much because I don't want to get anybody angry. I love my essential workers. I understand, and don't think that if you work that you're not gonna get your pay because you will get your pay. So if I were you, I would just continue working. I mean, I'm sorry. Maybe it takes a certain type of a person to think that way, but just be logic in these situations because you will get back every penny that's owed to you. So just continue to go to work, okay? So let's continue for just a few more moments.
North Security checkpoint was forced to close. It's one of 4 checkpoints in the domestic terminal. As the shutdown continues, lawmakers in Washington continue to point the finger at each other. Barker says they need to come together.
This is not a partisan issue. TSA employees did not cause this shutdown. Yet they are bearing the burden of congressional inaction.
And while the TSA employees are working without pay, they will get back pay once the government does reopen for DHS.
See,
we should mention
guys?
that
And sometimes it could be a blessing in disguise as long as you have something to eat or where you can get, like they're giving you guys food. So when you get that big lump sum of a check, I mean, it's your money that you worked for. And I'm not telling you that it's easy. I'm not saying that at all, but just count your blessings at the end because you know what? What's for you is for you, and you're always going to get what's due to you, okay? A hand that works is always blessed. Let's continue.
according to FlightAware.com, there have been more than 1,100 delays just here at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport. And
1,100 delays, guys.
Cancellations today, as you might imagine. This is Delta's biggest hub. They are experiencing the brunt of...
Wow, and that's my flight. I always fly Delta, guys. I only fly Delta. So Delta is in the mix of this. You rarely hear anything about Delta. But let's continue.
Of the problems today, airport officials here at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport are telling folks that they need to get here at least 3 hours early. That's a very long time early. They want you here very early to be able to make sure you can get through TSA checkpoints. And Andy, I want to mention one other thing. I think it's interesting. We had the severe storms move through earlier today in the morning. Now, according to the FAA, they are de-icing aircraft here. That is how much the temperature has dropped in just the last 12 hours.
And you don't usually hear that in Atlanta. We did see the other Delta hub, Minneapolis, St. Paul, also get kind of hammered with a blizzard, so that didn't help the kind of Delta fiasco going on. Tyler, I do have a question for you because we've seen airports come out, including Denver International, saying if passengers want to bring gift cards, they can give it to TSA members. Has the airport there done anything similar? What are they asking about appreciating TSA members right now?
Pardon me, guys.
So here in Atlanta, I don't think they have asked passengers to bring gift cards to TSA employees. I know that they are doing things themselves here. Concessionaires are offering discounts. They're offering free parking right now to TSA employees. Those are just some of the things, as I had in that piece there. They did a food distribution today where people were able to pick up some...
Pardon me, guys, 1 second. I would like to know why would, and we have givers out there, and I'm one of them. In situations like this, I would bless someone if I was passing through. But why would they think that passengers who bring gift cards to give to the employees when the company should be doing it itself? I'm thinking. Let me know what you guys think about that. That kind of threw me off. I don't know if he said that correctly or incorrectly. Let's continue.
Canned items along with fresh chicken, different items that they're trying to do to obviously ease the burden. But I think it's safe to say, unfortunately, just like every type of job, there are some people who do live paycheck to paycheck. So
That's
there are
very
people working
true.
right now who don't know how long this is going to take to reopen the government. And that obviously is causing a strain, as you heard from the union person just a few minutes ago, saying that they're struggling with paying rent, they're struggling with paying their car payment, and just not knowing when they're going to get that back pay is obviously problematic for them, which is why the TSA union is really urging lawmakers in Washington, both sides, to come together to be able to make this end.
All right, my last question, Tyler, before I let you.
Okay, guys, I'm going to end it right there. But I also want to say, I wonder if why can't they apply for unemployment in situations like this? It's just a quick thought, but I'm gonna look into that. It seems like as though they could apply for unemployment because it's not a fault of theirs that that TSA is shut down. It's the government, so I'm not sure. Oh, probably not because the government is also the unemployment agency. See, there could never be two combined, even though it's federal. That goes for federal and state, so. I just answered my own question. But anyway, guys, I just wanted you guys to be on alert and to just know what you're doing when you're traveling within the next probably 6 months, guys. It's very crucial out there, okay? Please do subscribe, like, and share, and let your family and friends know about these situations, okay? And blessings out to the TSA staffing. Thank you. All in a Clown Lifestyle.